Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Serenity with Angie Tarot. I am Angie. I'm your girl. I'm here to do a read for my Pisces, for a special read actually. This is for the full moon in Taurus happening on October 30th of 2020. We are going to do a read for Pisces, and this is for the full moon in Taurus happening on October 30th, 2020. As usual, I hope everyone is taking care of themselves, taking care of your health, your mental and your physical health, getting the rest you need, getting your meditation on, doing yoga if you do. I'm definitely taking care of you, calling up your friends and family, checking in on your peoples, making sure everybody is in their best positive mind frame. That's the one. Okay, spirit guides, universal energies, angels and archangels. Show us what we need to see for my Pisces. And this is for the full moon happening on October 30th in Taurus, 2020. We're going to cut the cards and get these cards ready like Freddie. Let's see what they are saying to you, what you need to work on, what's going to inspire you at this time. Do bear in mind we are in Scorpio season, and that's also your water energy, my Pisces. So while everyone else is going deep and trying to figure it out, this is your daily routine. This is what you do. You definitely put your emotions definitely up front, making sure that you are in the right place, doing the right thing at all times. So this time period where the full moon is in Taurus, it's opposite to Scorpio. So it's going to be, what are your passions and desires? But what have you not been telling yourself? What have you been, hiding away that you need to work on? What were your goals before Corona stepped in? What were you working on, that's inspiring you, that's, passion for you, that's your desires, so that you can actually address those at this time. So whereas you've been thinking with your emotions, feeling your way through things, this full moon is going to bring in a switch, the opposite. So it's going to be the logical. It's going to be thinking through it with your mind, like what is important to you moving forward, that's bringing stability versus, how you're feeling about it and what you're passionate actually about the thing is. But what are you thinking about it? Like, what do you want to change? What do you want to enhance? What will inspire you at this time? And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is about sharing in the love. This is about sharing in the wealth, whether it's material wealth or, just well-being, but definitely being a positive person for the people around you, for yourself especially, doing that self-love, taking care of you, making sure you're at the best, that you can be, your highest elevation. That's what we're aiming for this full moon. So let's see what we got. The moon showing up. So for this full moon, let's see what we need to look at. So you have the Six of Swords, you have the Moon card, of course, and you have the Death card. This is Scorpio energy, that's Cancer energy, so this is a lot of water energy, and then you have Swords, which is the air signs. But at this time, this moon is calling for you to walk away from what no longer serves you. If it is something that you've been holding on to, trying to figure it out, can't wrap your mind around it, that's the issue that needs to be addressed. How can you be more open to the people around you? How can you be more receptive of this positive energy, these positive vibes that are flowing through you, that your intuition is telling you is deep in there? What is it that you're passionate about, and how can you think of how you can bring this into fruition, how you can make this manifest for you. So you're definitely walking away. You're moving away from what no longer serves you. The Moon card is definitely saying that this is something that's underlying. It's something that's been kept in the dark, probably on the back burner. But you're divinely guided. So whatever it is that you're needing to release, the universe is going to grab it up, and the moon is going to ship it out. Look at the opposites. If you've been feeling your way through this relationship, or feeling your way through this job, or feeling your way through dealing with family issues or personal issues, it's time to think about it from a logical place. Is this what you really want? Is this something that is going to bring in the coin, manifest the coin? Is this something that's going to bring you satisfaction as far as where you can rest easy, where you're not having nightmares or late nights or insomnia or thinking through this at this time? Because this is something good. This is something wholesome, something that needs to be released from 2020, so that going into 2021, you can have a better balance between what you're thinking and how you're feeling. So with the Death card is dying of the old. It's releasing the ego, the unhealthy behaviors, anything that is not serving you. So it is time to let it go. Actually, it's just going to move on out. He's not waiting for nobody's permission. He is definitely riding it out. He's taking up the reins, from the king, and he is proceeding forward. So the death of the ego, death of the old relationship, death of the old way of feeling about a thing. So if you've been feeling like, maybe it's not going anywhere, or you're putting your energies into it and it's not manifesting, it's time to think again. That was how you felt, but how is it affecting your coin? Are you in a good financial place when you think about this thing? Is it something that you put into place because it's going to bring you better finances? Is it something in a relationship that you need to address that you've just been holding on to because you feel like you're too emotional at times? I know we are water signs. Sometimes our emotions can feel overwhelming to other people. Once it mounts up and it collects up in the whole bag, you end up with shopping bags of emotions. Just stuff you want to let go of. You just want to release it. You no longer want to feel this emotional connection to a thing, but you still want to be a part of it. You still want to contribute positive to it. You still want to be available, to check in and be present, but you just need to get your emotions in check. So now it's time to be logical. Think about how this thing is making you progress. How has it brought you to where you are right now? And how can you definitely think through the moving forward so you can have that balance for this full moon energy? Okay, so right now you have the the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Knight of Rods. So you have some court cards. You have some stuff to deal with, some long-term energies that are moving through from your day-to-day, but taking you into the months and into the year coming up. So definitely something is coming to you that's bringing you an emotional satisfaction, with bringing you financial increase and emotional satisfaction. So you're going to feel like this person coming towards you, or this new thing that's coming towards you, is filled with so much good. It's filled with so much positive energies. It has you feeling better about yourself. If it's a promotion, you're definitely accepting this new path that it's taking you on, and it looks like it's a whole new journey, because it's not including the old way. It's not including the old thing that you had to hold on to just to make ends meet. So once you walk away from that wasn't serving you, there's something new being gifted to you that's long term. If it's a new relationship, this boo is logical. He is a thinking man. He's definitely all about how he can fit this into the clock, how he's going to make it work. So he's looking for mental or intellectual mind ways of thinking through it. Like, how can we make this work logically? Because we are emotional. We know how it's going to make us feel. Do it this way, do it that way, and we should be good. But when it comes to the logical side, it's like, okay, that's a lot of thinking. That's a lot of putting in, getting pen and paper and figuring it out. How can we make this work mentally is where this is going. And it's saying to be calm, stay cool, have some self-control, ease back with the emotions, and definitely view this from a logical point of view, because earth signs, or with this earth energy, is definitely saying you got to ground yourself. You got to be grounded in this thought. You got to be grounded in your emotions. So it's saying that you're going to have some self-control. Ease back your emotions. Be like, you know what? I feel this way about it. It's not the end of the world. We can compromise. So you can compromise at work. You can compromise at home. You can compromise in love. You can compromise with the family and the friends. Like, listen, this is how I feel. I feel strongly about it, but I'm willing to listen, and I'm willing to hear you out. That way people can meet you in the middle, and you can have that balance that you need. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And this is moving on. This is definitely moving forward with a positive emotional state, positive mental state, just definitely moving on and being available for those who may need you, being available for yourself, definitely thinking through the things that may come up. And let's see what else is coming up. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, as well as the Hermit. Okay. This is multiple engagements. This is you multitasking, because Pisces are good at multitasking. You like to know that if you get an A done, let's get started on B, so that once A is complete, because I got my eye on A, I'm ready to handle B, and I can get C started. So you always have one thing started, one thing going, and another thing coming up. So you guys are always constantly moving. Well, let's look at it this way. We are dealing opposites because the moon is in Taurus. So if you're accustomed multitasking, maybe it's time to slow down. Not slow down your workload, because everybody's going to need you. They're going to always need a piece of Pisces, because you got that put together way. You got that way of handling the multitasking. But definitely make sure that you've checked out everything that's involved in A and secured A, so that once you start B, you are definitely on to something new and not bringing the energies from A into B. Because if B is a whole different thing, is your love life, and A is your work life, you taking care of work at home, or you taking care of home, opposites, You definitely bringing the two together that have their separate energy slots. Your work environment has its definite energy slots. You know, they say when you walk out the door, you don't take it with you, but you do. We're humans. There's no way that I can reach my front door and turn the key and forget the whole day that I just had. There's something about the day that's going to cause me as an intuitive sign, because I'm Scorpio, we are water signs, for me to do an assessment, for me to do a reevaluation, for me to look at the things that I said, to see if I can do anything better the next day, or, you know, make it better and moving forward. But definitely this is saying to slow down and definitely make sure that your work is your work and your love is your love. That way your family is your family and you can serve everybody because you are serving you. And with the Three of Swords, this is you multitasking. This is you all over the place, multiple things, multiple people, definitely trying to juggle, you know, the siblings, the parents, the husband, the boyfriend, the wife, the girlfriend, the boo thing, the who thing, the everything. Just trying to be so available for so many people is going to burn you out. And we do not need burned out for 2021, because burnout was 2020. Doing all the assessments and trying to reevaluate and trying to see what's important and who's important, and if I got my mask, and if I remember to cover my face, and why she sneezing and why he coughing. So many things happen in 2020 that we have to definitely take a step back and look at ourselves, because water signs, we like to make sure that we have our heart and our emotions in check, because without it, we tearing everything down. It's going to die of the old. It's going to have that scorpionic death energy coming into it. So you got the moon in Taurus and you have Scorpio showing up in the reading to let you know that you are on the right path. You are being divinely guided through this. You're not going to be going through it alone. And with the Hermit, it's reassessment, going inside, listening to your intuition, because your mind is speaking just as loud as your heart does. Your mind is telling you one thing sometimes, and your heart is saying, we got this. We just going to feel our way through it. You know, I love him. I love her. That's all that really needs. As long as he knows and she knows that I love them, all the issues that come up will work themselves out. Well, now we're in the moon time. This is a full moon. So all of those issues are going to feel like they're coming up. They may come up all at once because this is this is a lot happening at one time. But you can feel through it. You will feel your way right into it, and you will think your way right out of it, baby. And for your clarification, let's get 3 cards up here, so I can get back to explaining this to you. Okay, so you have the swords, you have the 7 of Swords, you have some rods, you have the 9 of Rods energy, and then you have the 4 of Wands, or 4 rods. So with the rods energy, might be fire sign, so you may be dealing with a fire sign, or this might be your fiery energy, what you're bringing to the table and your desires to have everything worked out. Remember, Scorpio season is passions and desires, and how it fits into where you're going at this time, where you're actually at. So this is saying to let it go. Let some stuff go, because walking away and sneaking away and carrying it away with you, if it's bothering you, it's going to be best to communicate it at this time. Find the right words to say. That's all I'm getting. Find the right words to say. Find the words that will make this manifest, where you can explain how you feel, explain out your emotions in a smoother way. Because this is new. This is a new way of approaching it. This is a new way of speaking. This is a new way of communicating. This is a new way of sorting out the clutter, the extra stuff that's no longer serving. And with the Queen of Swords, you definitely coming into it ready for your logical side. Like you just heard it and you already ready to get it over with. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Let's see how we're going to come up with the right solution, because this is the issue and we need a solution. So we're going to have to find balance within the problem and the solution, so that you don't have too much of one and not enough of the other. Not too many problems and not too many solutions, because everything is going to take time. The divine is going to walk you through or carry you through or, inspire you through this new start, this new way of approaching this situation, because you don't want to be burnt out, overwhelmed, all up in your head, trying to figure it out, trying to find the right actions to take, because it's already revealed to you that you're going to be successful. It's going to be moving you up, whether it's a promotion at work, whether it's engagement or marriage, a new union of trust, a new union of love, a new union of approaching. So it looks like you guys are working on bettering yourself so that you can have the outcome that you're seeking. So you're working towards new love. And maybe it's a love of self. Maybe it's a love that you want to have for other people, the people around you. Maybe you're feeling like, you're not showing up enough, and you're trying to see how you can be here for them and be there for you and be there for the job and be there for the family. But all in all, you will just need to have some balance so that you can allow this moon energy to make the necessary changes, to move around some stuff, to put the couch in a new corner, to put that table in the middle and not on the side, because maybe just things need to be looked at from a different point of view. And if you're accustomed approaching it with your heart, this new moon, this full moon is going to cause you to look at it from a mental point of view, how you're going to handle this situation, how you're going to approach it. Because we know you got the passion and we know you have the desires. That's the season that we're in. We're in that flow, that water flow, where everything is going to feel natural moving through it and it's going to feel comfortable moving through it. Well, it's in the flip side, so it's time to get uncomfortable, think through some stuff, you know, bring some stuff off the back burner, stir it a little while, taste it and make sure it's where you need it to be so that A can be for A and B can be for B, baby, and you will have the balance that you need. That smile, it's a beautiful smile you have, and everybody wants to see it, everybody wants to enjoy it, and you got to make sure you're smiling for you first, Pisces, so that you can be present for everyone else. And oh, they waiting, honey. They waiting to see the best you that you about to manifest. They waiting to partake. And Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving, that's the fall time, a time to give thanks and praise for everything that you've done, everything that you've been through, because it led you to this point. It led you to this place where you can now have a balance between your mind and your heart. Do you know how beautiful that is for a water sign to have balance? Because we could be all up in our heads about something that's making us feel, but we don't go into the feelings of something that's having us all up in our heads. So we don't make the opposite flip and work for us. We go with the flow. We go with the emotions. We go with how, you know, it resonates within, how it makes your intuition tingle, how it makes your spidey senses tingle, you know, how it makes you feel. But we're going to move away from the feelings for the next couple of days as this full moon takes over and this full moon, you know, presents itself a little more. And as it starts to leave, you'll definitely feel accomplished. You'll feel like you either got one thing, you know, worked out or worked through or communicated, or you might have a whole lot of stuff. You may need to tell the boss, this is your time. Let's talk about what's for now. And when you get home, let's talk about where this is going and how this makes us, you know, process. How are we processing where this is going? Is this legit? Is this honest? Is this, you know, carefree? Is this communication enough? But just having that conversation, just having that talk, making sure you're on the same path. But look for the balance in things. Always look for the balance on what you're feeling and what you're thinking, because that's where this is going to lie. That's where how you're going to feel at your utmost prime, because you are this. You can do this, Pisces. You got this. Okay? That's all I have for you for today. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Let me know if it did and how you guys are doing. I am sending you light and love. And what I'm unable to provide, I do hope that the universe is able to provide it to you. I wish you all the best. Thank you.